If you don't have time to create a lot of content for your socials, here's one hack that you can use to make it super simple. Today I will show you one framework that I use for my clients that requires just one hour of your time, and you will have content for all platforms, both long form and short form. Hi, I'm Evgeny Maximov. I am YouTube producer and filmmaker, and I help online experts and business grow their business metrics, get more clients using video content. In this video, I will show you the method how you can spend one time recording one video and you will get 20, 30, 50 pieces of content for all platforms. And this method is simple and it's all about recording one podcast episode. First step, record video podcast, and you can see how it looks like. That's the final podcast episode. You can see 3 cameras and what you need to do before recording a podcast. First recommendation, virtual podcast won't work for this method because you will have super crappy content, super crappy video, because you will use your web camera and it will have terrible sound, terrible video, and it will be not great for repurposing all this material. Second recommendation, before recording a podcast, define like 5 core topics that you want to cover during this recording, because each big topic we can use as a separate long form video for YouTube. And basically if you have 5 core topics, that's 5 long form videos, and duration will be super good, like from 8 to 12, 15 minute video, and it will be super great to cover one topic. And you can define these core topics based on the pain points of your customers or goals that you want to achieve using this video content. Third recommendation, super obvious, you need to have the energy to present yourself, to speak about these topics. Get proper rest and sleep. Don't drink alcohol. Don't overeat shitty food, because the next day everything will be visible and people will notice it. Oh, I just don't want to record this video. I just want to get some sleep. As a result, you will get podcast episode. You can see this the final video, and you can see duration is almost 55 minutes. It's simple studio setup. Basically, they rented podcast studio and recorded 3 camera interview. That's all. After it, you or video editor edits this podcast episode, and it's time to move on the step 3, creating long form YouTube videos. Because before filming, we define that, okay, we have our 5 core topics and we will speak about these topics and we'll cover them during recording of this podcast episode. This topic is one long form video, and here's how it looks. So we have our final timeline with our podcast episode, and after it we need to make like separation. Okay, here's video 1, video 2, video 3, and here's how it looks like. You can see this clip, it's basically useless information. It's some kind of like transition or like some kind of like side notes about this core topic. So we don't need to take all the information and put it in like this long form video. First video, second video, third video, 4th video, and the 5th video. So in total we have 5 long form videos. That's okay for podcast episode to be like simple in terms of video editing without additional graphics, titles, additional b-rolls. That's okay. But in these videos, to just add more dynamic and increase average view duration, I added additional clips like different b-rolls. Also I added additional, like you can see this animation with some phrasing. At the end I also added like this end screen, like watch the full podcast episode, on YouTube I will add additional end screen with like here's a full episode and like subscribe on the channel. So we can also like transition, move the audience between different videos. Of course, for each video we need to create a separate title, and what I do during the editing, I collecting different emotions, reactions of the speaker. So you can see different ones smiling, just okay, like, oh, here's something interesting. And I created different thumbnails based on the pain points and the topic of the video. So you can see here's like the first video, it's about like secret tool to grow your business. Here's one like don't open self-storage warehouse. All these thumbnails are the same, but I'm just using different emotions and position of the face. Next step, it's about creating short form content out of this podcast episode, because again, we have 55 minutes of content, and that's a great resource to create a lot of shorts out of it. And for me, process looks like this. I rewatch all podcast episode and I'm trying to find like key thoughts. You have one idea and one idea is one short form video and you don't need to mix and match, combine it. And that's why I have sometimes shorts that are 15 seconds long. Sometimes it's like 50-second long. And you can see that's one short form video, that's second short form clip. And I created a lot of short form clips out of it. They are in horizontal mode, but after it I just click on like duplicate the project and use in Final Cut Pro this like smart conform feature. Final Cut Pro automatically detects the key object on the screen to fit this vertical format. So it's all about improving your workflow, so you don't need to waste a lot of your time like moving all these clips, because you can see that's like hundreds of different clips that are like 3 seconds long, 2 seconds long, and that's a lot of work and you don't need to do this, you need to avoid it. For some videos I added additional b-rolls and I exported these videos. And the next step, because you can see that's just the raw clip, that's okay, we can post it, but it's not so good for social platforms, especially for Instagram or TikTok, where a lot of viewers watch without turned on video. So if you don't have subtitles, people will skip your video. So that's why I just exported all these videos, and you can see out of 55-minute long podcast episode, we have firstly 5 long form videos and we get 21 short form video. So we already have, we just make a simple calculation, 1 plus 5 plus 21, we have 27 pieces of content out of one podcast episode. Again, because it's like B2B niche about self-storage warehouses, we don't need to have like intense video editing, like video production that, oh, we need to have a lot of explosions, we need to have a lot of b-rolls. Again, that's pure business information, and that's okay that it will have boring video editing, but again, subtitles are crucial. After it, I'm opening CapCut, completely free app, and I start editing a lot of episodes. Like I just throw a clip, edit additional subtitles, and you can see I am using simple animation which looks like this board up to and this final video looks like this. Super simple. You don't need to have a huge like intense video editing, because again, that's podcast episode and it already have some dynamic in it because we have angles, different angles. I also added additional zoom in, zoom out, and that's enough, especially if you have some kind of like complicated thought and additional b-rolls and all these explosions will mislead from consuming this information. Even though this style looks super simple, on Instagram several clips using this formatting got 500,000 views and 200,000 views. So even this boring style can work. And it's all about using their own brand book. So I don't use additional effects because it will be there will be a conflict with their brand book of the company. We have all these videos, we open our YouTube studio and we start uploading all these materials. And again, because we have all the materials in one place, it's super easy to do in terms of the batching of our content production, video editing and publishing. So you will spend, or your social media manager will spend super like small amount of time, because he can just, okay, during this 1 hour I am posting everything around this one topic. And you can see that we published this video and it's super great in terms of the performance. You can see that right now this video got a lot of new traffic and its performs much better comparing with previous videos that we posted. So that's super great, and YouTube recommend this video. And that's really great, even though that's 15-minute long video about self-storage warehouses. And you can see we have the same image with our short form content, and the great benefit of it, because we spent like you spent 1 hour recording this video podcast, you can create content for 1-2 months just from this one shooting. It's the end of the March when I'm recording this video, and you can see that I planned like 21 shorts from end of March till the end of July. So it's like April, May, June, July. We will have another filming sessions, another podcast episode. So that's why I will fill the gaps between these podcasts, between these short form clips. So we will post much more during this period of time. And the same with long form videos. Right now the plan is simple. It's like one long form video per week. So we have 5 videos, 5 weeks. So that's 1 month and 1 week. So we can see from the end of the March till the beginning of May. For this podcast episode, we can't even use like original podcast episode because it will be published on other channel like of the host. So that's also like interesting part, that you can create different content for different channels, and you can structure this content deal that okay, you will get all the materials, you will get the full podcast episode, but we will use shorter clips and we will promote your podcast in the description and in the end screen. Because if I open the end screen, you will see something like this. Here is like original podcast that we are promoting using our content. That's different channel, and you can see also like check the full podcast using this link. So, and if I open it to you, that's the full podcast episode on other channel. So that's how it also works. We are promoting both channels using this way. But that's not all. Here's like additional bonus tips that you can use to get extra content for other socials. For example, LinkedIn, where you post text-based content. Everything that you need to do, you just use all this content. You open some kind of the app, for example, Mac Whisper, and I use it to make transcriptions of my Zoom calls or like other videos. Throw the video and I get a full transcription of this video. You can see this one, for example. Throw it in ChatGPT and say like create blog post, SEO blog post for my website using this following structure. Here is a raw script. You can also do the same for like email newsletter, but also you can use these short form clips and create like just write a caption to this video, and you can post it on LinkedIn, on Instagram, in other socials. For example, we are using Telegram in Russia a lot, and here is like how it can look. Here is a video, so you can watch a video or you can read this video, and here is like how it looks. Also, we have call to action. We don't have the call to action inside the video, but we have call to action in this text. Like, okay, if you want to learn more, here's a link to learn more about. So that's why you can see that we can cover also platforms that requires text format, not a video format. I showed you channels that use video content for B2B sales. They are looking for investors and they are looking for franchise partners to build this trust, to promote the company, promote the founder, also so they can get a huge paychecks out of it. And if you want to learn more about how to use video content to close your business goals, I have a full workshop which called 500k YouTube Blueprint. I will show you how we raised $500,000 in 2023 and we just scaled the same activity and raised $2 million in 2024 with a channel which has only 1,600 subscribers. So you don't need to have a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. You need to create high converting video content, and I share about it in this workshop. See you there.